Hey, what's up? I'm X. Sailing just came out and like 2 days ago or so. Now there are a ton of players out there rushing for 200 million XP or 99 really fast, but if you're the average idiot, you probably don't really know the best ways to get to 50 sailing. Well, I have 50 sailing, so I think I can at least help you to get to that point. Now this is going to be a brief rundown of the skill, how to start, and some things that you can do to level sailing. Then I'm going to be going over some things that I'd personally recommend doing. I can't stress enough that this is a very close to release guide and the perfect methods aren't quite settled on yet, but we do have some guesses. With that disclaimer aside, let's get right into it. To start sailing, head to the southern part of the docks on Port Sarim. Speak to Will and Anne to start the Pandemonium quest, which is necessary to start sailing at all. Go through the quest, and as a reward you will receive a free boat and access to sailing. There are a lot of tutorials in that quest, so I'd recommend really not spacebarring through it, but here are the basics just in case. I also want to mention that if anything that I mention in this guide is unknown territory, just search the key name that I say followed by OSRS Wiki. Most of the ports will have a shipwright on them, in this case Junior Jim. If you lose your boat, want to upgrade your boat, or make any alterations to your boat, right-click him and choose what you need. If you lose your boat, you will lose all the cargo on that boat, and you can pay with coins from your inventory or taken straight from your bank to get it back to the port you're at. To customize, right-click and customize, and then go onto your ship or the schematics bulletin board and modify the furniture similar to the construction skill, or just click empty spaces and add what you'd like. If you need to get back to Pandemonium, you can use a charter ship most easily, and in Port Sarim, speak to Captain Tobias in the blue. The quest Pandemonium will get you to level 5 right away. The best way to level up from now until 12 is to do the same courier missions that you did in the Pandemonium quest. Grab a quest from the bulletin board and head off to the destination you took. Deliver the cargo and grab a mission from that bulletin board. Longer routes provide more experience, so don't discount them, but choose what you'd like. Rinse and repeat until level 12. Alternatively, you can sail around and see the charting areas, which are little oddities scattered around the map that give you XP. While sailing around, you will also see in your chat box the message that says you feel a gust of wind. When this happens, if you click your sails, you will get a small amount of XP, which adds up very quickly at early levels. You will also get a minor speed boost. Check your captain's log to see tasks around you and your area. You can also hold off for the Prying Times quest and Current Affairs, which will give you access to more oddities. At level 12, the quest Prying Times becomes available on Pandemonium. Complete this quest for 800 XP, which would bring you to about 15 sailing and give you access to a crowbar, which lets you open crates of alcohol in the sea for XP. Also at level 15, you get access to a new boat size, which you will be using for a long time. Now at level 15 sailing, you can continue to do courier missions, or you can move to the slightly more AFK salvaging method. Add a salvaging hook to your boat and look for small shipwrecks. Shipwrecks are usually in kind of triangle formations, and when one has been used up, another will sprout up. Position yourself above the wreck area and use the hook to get salvaging. Return to any port with your salvage and use it on the salvage table for some basic items, but most importantly XP, or simply drop them in the boat and AFK further. You can do any of the previously mentioned methods to train until level 22. At level 22, you will have access to the quest Current Affairs. Complete this quest and it will give you another oddities finding tool. Continue to either salvage, courier, and explore until you reach level 30. The more you explore and venture, you'll come across dangerous fish and areas. If your boat takes damage, either purchase or make repair kits and use them on your boat. This will heal your boat and make you not sink. 30 is the most important level for XP rates. You have two big options from now until 50. You can of course do any of the previously mentioned methods, but you also have access to Barracuda trials and bounties. Barracuda trials are lap-based boat minigames for heaps of XP. I'll have another video on that soon, but check the description for an unlisted speak-through tutorial. Your boat can be hit by lightning here, so make sure you bring some repair kits along. This is located just a little bit south of Pandemonium. There are 3 tiers of cup, or track. The most basic of which you do a big loop and collect all the crates, and 1 rum which you will turn in where you started. As for bounties, on the other hand, they are located on the boards that you were previously accepting courier requests from. They're sort of like Slayer tasks, but rather than trying to kill a certain amount of them, you're trying to receive a certain drop or drops from them. Make sure that you have some kind of ranged weapon, the faster the better, as your non-cannon weapons are not strong and have a small damage cap. The cannon does a decent amount of damage at this moment, but most players are just opting to range themselves. Complete these tasks and turn them in for XP. These are very similar to Hunter's Rumors if you're familiar with that more. At 45 sailing, you get access to the current last sailing quest called Troubled Tortugans. This is another good boost in sailing XP, but if you're just rushing for XP, it's likely to better just keep on doing what you were doing prior. As of this moment, this is how I obtained 50 sailing relatively quickly, but I spent a good amount of time exploring and getting XP from oddities. Like most skills, you can sort of pick up the pace where you want to and play how you want, but right now there's no clear meta, but many players are opting for the Barracuda trials. Please make sure that you're upgrading your boat for speeds and defenses where you see fit, but for the most part, that's it. Congratulations on level 50.